the other thing? Okay, let me mute this up. Unmute this, sorry. Okay, we are almost unmuted. There we go. Okay, should be unmuted. Oh, we got hit by Haas. Or somebody. Was that you hosting?
It should have been my
Oh,
host.
shit. Okay, that was you. All right. Oh, man, and we got a little stream drop. Oh, we got a big stream drop. We dropped an OBS right out. No, Haas. Oh, no. Oh, we're dropping a 0.
Video,
shit. What an awful day, dude. What an awful day.
Yeah, video's not looking too bad at the moment, but it does go a bit of a freeze frame for a second.
Yeah, it's dropping. Whatever. We're at 14%. 500 frames dropped. What are they? What are they? Well, we're gonna try it anyway. Let's see what happens. Man, oh man. All right, let me shrink that. I don't think we need that up. Oh, okay. Well, what did we do last week? Sweet God.
Fought a cube.
Fought a cube. I think we came down the
We didn't fight any eyes this week, just a cube.
elevator shaft. We'll look it up as we go. I'm just watching the frames drop. That's shit. Oh, well.
Somebody's mic is picking up air movement or breathing or something.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh my God. You went up the ladders, that's what you did, to the second, or a couple floors anyway, in the tower, and were attacked by the,
Right, we're in the tower.
the choker guys who got at you out of the steam vent. They grappled you and tried to do you harm, but you were able to...
Wait, them otherwise?
Actually, you were able to repel them with charm and everything else. Which side is that? That's not going through. This side.
Well, it's not going
There we go. Yeah, so you're able to repel them off, and with the use of the bard spells, make them leave the room. And they did. They left the room and left you alone. You continued on to find 2 more of the automations there, fixing a pipe and feeding something into it. You tried a series of different things to get them to avoid stopping you from doing that, letting you look in the pipe.
Oh, yeah, we tried to steal the fluid too.
Yeah.
Which we eventually got some, I think, in a jar. But
Did you get some of the
thanks
jar?
to May, yeah. May took control of one of them, and
Yeah.
we were able to get some of the fluid.
Nice. All right, so you were able to get them into the jar. At which point, then, you saw the unfinished automation on the table. So that's where you came into the big, larger room. There was a telescope moved off into some room that looked like it was moved from a different room. So things had been rearranged in this tower over time. And the collection of items were dropped into this main room. The automation was half finished on the table and took some time to look around, find some notes, some books, some scrolls, some things on creating these automations and automatons, whatever we want to call them, and then that they were half unfinished on the table. The parts were too big to be carried alone, so we didn't take that. We just took all the information. Following there, I believe we went through to the elevator type thing, of which we took it all the way down to below the first floor of the tower. While we were below the first floor of the tower, we had a series of ways to go. You just went quickly towards the sound of any noise. There was a bunch of different doors, and you just made your way down and around to where the noise was coming from. The noise was coming from the cube, which we entered the room. We saw a large, big, plain room full of pipes that surrounded this cube. Cube at the center of the room. Cube was made out of metal, covered in odd plates, sitting there, and we tried different things. We ultimately tapped it with the cane as it picked up speed until we hit it 3 times, and at what point which a portal on the top opened and something crawled out. Luckily, we had the bard who locked that thing up for most of the fight and controlled it as you took pot shots at it here and there, chasing it back ultimately into it where it came from. Using the cane, you closed the cube. But with so doing, you closed the a hallway that opened up in the distance, and that's where we is right now.
Yeah, the doorway closed again though once it stopped vibrating, right?
Correct. I'm just going to try to close anything in the background here. It may be causing a frame drop, even though I think it's local internet, pretty sure. Because my Netflix went out twice while watching a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rude.
Hype your stream. Your stream has been hyped.
Hype, hype, hype.
Everybody come watch. Come
Hopefully
watch
it
us. Watch
works.
our doom.
No glitches, I'm hoping. We'll try our best.
No glitches, no hitches.
That's where you are. Ragnar, you, sir, have been following the party for a long time. You got a whole bunch of stuff on your back. You have everything they collected, pretty much, tied to your back. Even a gigantic window at one point. And that's where you're pretty much the mule.
Only 3x2 window.
Yeah,
It's
3x2 window. Just getting everything else going here. I'm going to turn him up a bit.
Lift things up and put them down.
Yeah,
Yes.
lift things up, put them down.
You are the pack mule, sir.
That's where you are. And same thing with May. May, you had your robot pretty much carry you around for most of the day. You were staying safe out of harm's way during the battle. And now
It's
the
your
battle...
robot that is now called Hodor.
The battle has now ceased at this point. You didn't kill anything, but you drove it away. You've defeated the encounter, maybe. We don't know. Is that what you wanted to do? Only time will tell. But this is where you be, in the room, at the base. Oh, that's the file I need. I will grab it real quick at the base of the tower.
Yes, one vial of magic robot liquid. I have that in my stash.
Nice. Good. I got it. Okay. All right. And it's up to you to do what you wish to do. At this point. There we go. Cool. So...
Okay, so we're still in the room with the big cube. We've got the
took some-
door at the far end.
Yeah.
There's no other door, right? So
I think some people took some damage, but maybe not enough to worry
I
about.
did take some. I'm at 27 hit points.
Okay.
Ragnar has been Ragnar and May kind of stayed out of the battle, so they should be okay.
I think they're fine. How's Jackson?
Jackson is alive and kicking at about half HP, so he's fine.
All right. I don't think the bard got hit.
I didn't take any damage in that fight. Like, I'm down some hit points, but not from that fight, so
Okay.
I don't need anything special.
All right. Just adjusting sound.
We've been wandering around here for a while.
Sir,
I think it's time we got everybody here. Let's take a moment to take stock exactly what are we doing.
I know we were helping Gans. Well, I know what our original mission was. But
We just came in down here to explore this thing because we got hired to explore, which I'd say we've done a fair job of. I think we can leave here and say we accomplished that task. I know Gans wants us to try and shut down the portal.
a portal of some sort.
Correct, Gans?
The portal to the far realm, gentlemen. The one that has been spoken of many times in the literature we found down here, and that I myself have come down to halt.
That wasn't the portal that we took all the pieces out of, correct?
That is correct. I don't believe so, no.
That seemed like that could have been the portal.
Do you know what you're looking for, Gans?
We're looking for a portal to the far realm. Everything we've come across so far, though, hints to mages. A series of mages. Remember the ones we encountered back in the mansion itself, the futuristic mansion, that were gathered together in the living room, wearing the ceremonial orange robes.
I thought that was the past.
Wait, futuristic?
Or past, I'm sorry. I meant past. Yes, past.
Oh, I was
sorry.
okay.
The past, yes. I believe those are the mages that he alluded to, that he worked so hard to get to open this portal. We know it's of elven knowledge. The elves were the only one who successfully opened a portal to the far realm. Well, successfully is not quite the word. There was a bloody confrontation at a mountain in the north eons ago. But maybe he has corrupted this information and taken these mages down here to try to power his portal. Now, the portal we know goes to the far realm. If that portal on top of that cube does go to the far realm, we have the right one. However, I don't see anything else. No, we've been through a series of portals. This could just be another one. I don't see anything or any evidence that this is the portal that
Okay.
Raywin himself has
So-
created.
Destroy portal is still on our to-do list.
Yes.
Jackson, you had us trying to find your crew. We found
one.
Oh no, we
The
found
other is
two. One turned on us and is floating off in some portal in the other room, but not the right portal to the outer realm. Right?
yes, and if able to restore him, I'd like to, but I also don't know how to get back to my own home. So at this point, I figured the best option is to help those around me who seem quite capable in combat.
Noble. Okay.
And eat anything that you can, right?
It was 3 days without food. I had reason.
May, we found you wandering around down here as well.
I must have gotten distracted.
You ended up here by being distracted.
Yep.
Okay, so
You're fighting an astral being.
yeah.
I don't know how I got there.
She was distracted. She came across something. She passed over unknowingly, was in a temple. Her party was gone. She was alone. You rescued her.
So we need to get her out of here as well.
I was gonna say, did you go out for a stick of butter and get like distracted and show up here?
I like saw a squirrel. I chased it, and then I
A
was
squirrel.
I was in another universe. It's,
That happens.
yeah, it's a pretty regular occurrence for me, I think.
For you, it's a cosmic adventure. For me, it was Tuesday.
Just a random Tuesday in the month of whatever.
Okay, so to recap, we're trying to find the main portal to destroy it, though we're not sure where in here it is,
Or what it looks like.
or what it looks like,
hmm
or how to destroy it.
And we can assume that Ravencrest, what's his name? Ravencrest?
Raywind.
Raven, whatever, Raven something, is at the middle of all of this, and we've seen constellations that don't necessarily match up to each other's homeworld, so we're not all from the same place. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Correct.
correct. That seems to be what we all agree on.
And we have been following the path of Raywin. We fought his daughter.
Yep,
I'm assuming we don't have to fight his daughter again. She's done.
I hope so.
But we still are following we were following the mages until we found Jackson's party. Well, at least the apparitions of the mages. Which got us into this area, right? And got us to the tower.
It's like, I'll be honest with you, I'm completely lost down here. I have
Yeah.
no idea where we are.
Well, the dwarf sent us to the tower. Dwarf with, oh wait, who has the axe? Did I give it to Ragnar or to Jackson?
Jackson.
I have no idea what I have on me.
You came down to the
My
dungeons.
God, man, where's your pants?
You came down to the dungeon below the manor, the old burned out manor, but as you started going through there, you found yourself walking through various portals which may or may not have crossed different planes. It's gotten you very turned around, no way to backtrack at any point in time. You have no idea right now what you're standing in, where this tower is.
We're in a room with no door. Wow.
Lots
A
of
door
doors.
is closed.
Yeah. Tons of
There's
doors.
lots of doors? There's other
Yeah.
doors?
You
Oh.
you came down the elevator, and you saw a door to your left, but you went south to the door because you heard a humming. You continued
there's doors down the
south,
hallway.
and there was a door to the east, west, and south. You went to the west because you heard a humming, and you were into the cube room. You manipulated the cube, and a door opened to the south of the room. But when you were done with the cube, the door had closed back up.
Okay, so we can backtrack to those other doors and check those out.
Or you can press forward, or you can do whatever you want to do. I think that Clairval is bringing up what to do, like the point of
Yeah.
being down here. So you must discuss your action.
Well, if we all agree that we need to destroy the Far Realms portal, that is a good thing to continue on and to find Jackson's crew. Well, we have one. We have Hesh or whatever. Hey.
We've got one, and the other one's floating off in the void somewhere because
Yeah.
he turned into venom and tried to.
Some couple other things that have happened is that you had talked to or promised handmaidens at one time that you would. What was it?
Kill Raywin, right? To
Kill
lose some
Raywin.
or something?
Destroy Raywin. A couple people. Gans wants to destroy the portal. Tessa wants you to go through the
Oh, right,
portal
Tessa.
to the far realm and confront Raywin on his home turf.
Well, Tessa's
In the
back.
name of her lich god, Sorgoth. Who actually currently holds Ragnar's soul.
Correct.
Sorry, I'm
Sounds
just
to me
taking
like this
some
was
notes.
a bit more than you guys were ready to walk into.
Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna get some fast cash and check this out for a guy that has a bunch
Got
of
a story
mute,
to tell. I'm not an adventurer.
mute gnomes, man.
I'm not gonna
I thought
I
the
mean-
most excitement we were gonna see was the two gnomes that got eaten on the way to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Fort an Evil Wizard is certainly a story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I gotta live through it.
It's an epic story. That's for real.
You guys have a backer then?
Yeah, his name's actually Jackson.
Yeah, his name was Jackson.
So he looked a little different than you. He wasn't so green around the gills.
So if we do this, you guys may be entitled to, let's say, hazard pay.
I hope so.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Yes. Perhaps a new pair of boots and a back rub or something. I don't know.
That'd be nice.
Okay, so it's kind of established what the agendas are down here.
Hmm.
Where do we make our what do you want to do? I'm all for checking out other doors to see if we can get around here. I don't know what to do with this cube. It's a little beyond me. We were lucky to probably survive that thing that we just survived, thanks to Clairval.
I definitely agree that if we can't find anything else in those other rooms, we find some way to break this.
Either
'Cause I
break
don't want to
this,
go through that again.
either break this or get that door open again.
It was severely hurt too when you chased it back. For reference.
Yeah, but it could be getting its family to come with it next time.
It's older brother.
Yeah, I'm telling my dad.
So we go back and check the other rooms before we try to force our way through.
Sure.
Probably.
What say you, dwarf?
I'm good with that. We can go through the other doors if that's what you guys would do.
Tessa's really quiet. What's Tessa thinking?
Well, she was interested in the object that came through, of course. She saw that it was something, it was a far realm creature. It was an aberration for sure. But where it had come from, of course, she wasn't quite sure. She's just interested in finding the portal and making her way through to confront her patron.
Just to be certain, Tess, this is not the portal you were talking of.
She doesn't know anything about this rather than any other portal,
Okay.
no.
All right. So you weren't aware this thing was down here.
No.
We're under the assumption now that her whole party's dead other than her, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, let's make our way back to the hallway.
All right, long story short, if you wish to walk out back into the hallway, you can. You got a doorway south of you, and you have one directly to the east, and north is where you've come through.
Want to go south for now?
Sure.
All right, so make your way south. You make your way down, look at the door, open the door, and look through. In this, you can see a bunch of different cells. There's holding cells here. There's no one in them. It's been quite some time. They end at this hallway. So the hallway goes straight, then comes to an end. There's a couple empty holding cells that were there, that were used at a time, but are now long since emptied.
Nothing else in the room to carry on forward. It's just a room that
Correct.
ends.
Yes.
Does it look like the holding cells that we found Tessa in?
Very similar, yes.
Are any of the cells open?
Yes. Cells will be open.
Let's go in. I'll do an investigation in one of the cells, see if there's anything worth noting.
Okay.
11.
All right, do an investigation in the cells, and you can see that people have been kept there for a time. Long ago, everything is such dusted and covered over by now. But there's depressions in what was hay. There's a bed, makeshift bed here and there. You don't come away with any objects or anything like that. But you distinctly see 6 cells down here.
That's
Well,
how
that's
many
good.
were in your party?
There's 7 of us. That's good. 8 of us, actually. Sorry. Yes, how many were in your party, Tess?
Tess would have had a party of 7.
Good news then. It doesn't seem like we're expected.
Yeah.
Well, even if we're expected, I really don't think they'd take the time to build a sufficient number of cells to house us.
Oh, sure they would. They have unlimited
We
resources.
would have had to have been expected for quite some time.
We were foretold.
It looks like it's been here for a long time.
All right. All right, I say this is a dead end. We should probably go check the other door.
Make your way back to the main area, and you have. Ooh.
Was you?
What?
Yeah, you got a door to the east, and you got to go back up north as well.
Go east.
All right, make your way east, and you open the door to what was once a study or laboratory of some sorts. There is a bunch of tables, stools, desks all over the place where it looks like research was being done at one time. Missing from this room are anything really of note. There's no books on the bookshelf. There's no parchment on the tables. Everything looks like it's been long since cleared out. Just the furniture kind of remains.
I'm gonna investigate what's left.
Okay.
15.
All right. Do a very good look around. Come away with a couple sheets of paper here and there. Notes on similar to what we found so far. So notes on the far realm. Things about the Lich. Small writings about, the mages. The power of his cane is odd in there. There's a little passage about the power of the cane.
Maybe we should study that.
Don't we have that cane?
Mm-hmm.
I do. It's right
Does
here.
it say anything we didn't know?
Looking it over, it's not complete. There's just a little bit of writing, journal-esque type thing. But it does mention that the cane is an activated item. It can activate many things that Raywind has built and contrived down here.
Does it say anything more specific?
Nothing too specific, no.
Like not the actual things, something that it could open, latches, doorways, portals, turn on automatrons, dim the lights. I don't know.
Does mention the automatrons, whatever.
Okay.
Dim the lights.
Dim the lights.
So,
So there's no other way to go through farther down this path?
Correct. Again, just a room down
One
here.
more thing, studying that journal entry. Is
Mhm.
there any mention of an activation word?
Not that you come away with. It says it does talk
Okay.
about the cane. It does talk about it being an activated item, but mostly through touch, through touching the diamond at the
Touch.
end to your
Diamond.
whatever you're trying to activate.
Dramatic individual.
Mm-hmm.
Command you. Boom.
Come on.
All right. So again, this room has only given us some papers.
I-
We should probably take those papers with us.
Yeah.
Just in case.
If you want, I can add them to the other notes from earlier.
Jackson's going to take a look at. You said the furniture's still in this room.
Yes.
Is there anything with like drawers or anything?
Yeah. There's still some desks.
Jackson's gonna give a quick shuffle through the drawers.
All right. Shuffle through the drawers. A couple small things, some small pieces of paper, a coin or two, whatnot, a piece of, I don't know, old strap from something. But the one thing that catches your eye, in one of the drawers, there's a tiny silver ring.
I'll pick it up and examine it.
All right. Looks pretty plain for the most part when you're looking at it. It's well made. Looks elven in nature. No writing on it. No inscriptions. No pictures. Pretty plain.
Great.
Jackson will put it in one of his pockets for now.
Tuck it away.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not much else in this room.
It's an old laboratory.
You said everything's cleared out, right? So there's no beakers or
Correct.
experiments or anything like that are just left. And strangely, no automatrons in this room.
That is something you notice, yeah.
Are there any pipes in this room?
Not in this room, no.
No.
On this side, it is completely empty.
Is there an empty wall, like with nothing near it?
To the north, yes.
Okay, I'm going to go and check out the north wall.
All right, make your way over to the north wall. Give it a look.
Let's do investigation. So 18.
Okay. All right, you do a very good investigation. You take a very good look at the wall. Look for anything that you're familiar with as a trapdoor, secret door, entrance, pardon me, or otherwise. Don't come away with much. It looks like it used to be covered at one time in papers. You see a discoloration between the original wall and where things were hung at one time.
So typical laboratory.
It's like a
Nothing
laboratory.
special,
So
no-
far.
No doorway that opens or anything. So far, center of the room. Does it look like any? Is there like a dais or anything?
Nope, no raised platform.
Just the operating table.
No operating table in here. Remember, just empty desks.
It's empty desks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if we touched the staff to stuff in the room?
Give it the tuk, 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 tuk.
Yeah.
You get the activation idea from the papers in here, and you touch the stuff around to various things. Everything in here looks so old, so dusted, so cleared out. Nothing seems to
Darn.
react. Good idea, great idea.
Worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Should we keep going back then?
Oh, is there one more door, or was it the north door that we went through that had the cube?
Basically, one more door. If you go back through the northern door, you're where the elevator was to go back up. But if you go to the west, there was a door you never gone through there. Make your way up and through the door.
Sure.
It's the last place to go. Make your way over and through the door. As you go through the door, you see that the room is almost a maze of bookshelves. It looks like a giant library, so to speak. It goes pretty far across and then all the way down south, probably ending just above, or not above, but before the cube room. Every shelf, however, you notice in here is covered in small glass jars filled with a wispy green mist.
Have we seen green mist before?
As you enter, you've actually filled a container with the green mist that you took from the pipes that the automatons were filling.
Oh, it's the magic liquid?
Yeah.
Magic robot liquid?
Mm-hmm. Magic robot liquid. So make your way in. There's a bunch of bookcases. Some are going going away from you. Some are going the opposite way, parallel. And where books would be, there's just glass jars, and they're full of this liquid. You can also hear sound as well to the south. You could barely hear it over the humming of the cube before, but being in the room, you can hear it. Just a series of gears turning and things moving. You can hear the pouring of liquid not far off to the south in this room.
Can we see the source of it, or is it blocked off by the end of the room?
You can make your way deeper into the room and look south, and you can see at the southern end of the room that there's a little archway where a door would have been, but it's been removed. And there seems to be a kind of like a closet at the bottom end of the room, or just a little opening indentation with a strange machine that appears to be a cross between a boiler and a washing machine. It is gradually pouring more of the mist into jars, which are then sucked into a tube leading through the wall towards the cube.
So it's an automated process.
Looks like an automated process.
So maybe we should collect a few of those vials just to have some with us in case it does something.
Can we like stop the process?
Do we want to stop the process?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Famous last words. Why do dwarves always say that?
Is there any kind of switches or controls on this thing?
Well, make your way in and down to the machine itself. It's big, it's odd, you've never seen it before, but yeah, there would be levers and switches and buttons all over it of some type.
Anything written in common?
No.
Like labels?
No.
Are there any labels written in anything?
There's not.
Who needs
about-
switches when you have like a club? Just,
Well, you just want
That's
to
where
bash
we're
it.
going. I'm getting out of the room when you start.
That usually in the movies always works, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to be up away from this when you start testing your "it works in the movies" theory.
I do not know this movies thing you speak
This
of.
movie, these pictures.
You're about
Oh
to.
right, sorry. Yes,
am a folklore
in the plays. In the
folk hero.
plays.
The plays,
in the plays.
and the folk stories and the
And the
songs.
the songs that bards sing all the time. Yes,
Hmm.
those always turn out well. They're always cheery. All of them. Some are, but not all.
All right, so Clairval moves to the top of the room as May threatens death to the machine. Kylo,
I don't
I'm gonna-
trust this
I'm gonna-
machinery.
Grab about a half dozen of those vials.
all right, Kylo, you
Got
walk
six-
over and you
six
get
more.
these jars. They're jars. They're like cookie jars. Like they're
Oh, they're
Yeah.
giant jars.
well,
Oh
not
my
giant.
goodness.
No. You use two hands, pick it up. It's like this, just a little
I
jar.
don't want to carry giant jars.
Just a little jar.
I'll take one jar,
All right, take one jar.
Like this size?
Yeah, like that. There you go.
like a mason jar.
Yeah, mason jar.
I'll take,
Sure.
I'll take one jar, and then I got the vial, the small vial, and the one jar.
All right, you're looking at the table and you see all these jars all over there, or the bookshelves rather. Everybody else making their way south. Look at the odd machine pumping this liquid into jars and they're going south.
So, the machine's pumping jars. It's got like a conveyor belt or something that's moving them into this big room that we were in, right?
Correct. Yeah.
What goes the other way? Like,
Yeah.
what's on the other side?
South of here, if we were on the other side of the wall, we'd be in the cube room.
And we remember seeing pipes going into the cube.
You saw pipes going from north to south across the room under the cube towards
Okay.
that hallway that opened up briefly when you opened the cube.
Oh, so it went under the cube to the hallway,
Yeah, it went beyond.
not actually into the cube.
Correct,
So it's not fueling the cube.
from what you can tell.
Is it
I
coming
use-
from the cube?
It seems that where you are, it seems to be going towards. You're in the
so
room
what-
where it's filling and going.
What's loading this thing?
How do you mean?
Well, like the materials have to come from somewhere to produce the stuff that's going out of the room. what's-
Above.
What's coming?
Seems
what's
to come
coming
down
into
from
it?
above. You notice a series of pipes, of course, going up that came down through the tower. As you were in the tower, that were all along that one wall. They seem to come down and go above the machine.
I assume this is what those other automatons were feeding into.
If I use my helmet of telepathy, can I like review the processes of the washing machine thing? Like I did with the automaton?
The automatons were more, even though they were constructs, so to say. The thing seems to be a stationary machine. It doesn't seem to have a consciousness.
But the
Darn.
automatons do have some sort of.
Yeah, oddly.
consciousness. Yeah.
Droids in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Is this like a liquid, you know, or is it like a gaseous,
Like a gas.
like a gas? Okay.
Well, the stuff we picked up off the floor was like a fuel, like a liquid.
Oh,
But this stuff's in gas form in the jars.
It's like a wispy gassy material, yeah.
What if we
So,
sniff it?
I was gonna suggest. I kind of want to see if it ingest it and see what happens.
Does anyone want to take one for the team?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already basically dead.
But are you? Are you dead?
Am I though? Like,
If we find a vampire, we can make you immortal.
Find a vampire, we could all be immortal.
True.
I like the sun.
nah, no
Really?
thanks.
With your complexion?
I'm a folk hero, man. I have a nice outdoor glow about me.
He's a
Yeah,
well-tanned ranger.
What if we snort it? You know, like just like.
If you'd like to, be my guest.
It's a wispy material. It's in a jar. It can be opened. You could easily snort it if you wish.
Get your own jar, though. I'm packing mine.
Certainly more than enough in the room.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
All
Both
right.
fighters in this party make horrible life decisions.
Always.
Can
Reg-
I like use my helmet of telepathy to like link into what happens when he does it without the risk of actually sniffing it?
It's an automaton. It's probably not going to have the same effect for sniffing it, considering it probably doesn't, breathe.
Well, no, Ragnar.
Does the helmet of
Yeah.
telepathy link with people's minds as well as the automatons?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Yeah, because I read people's minds.
Mhm.
oh right, yeah.
I believe it's a wisdom saving throw, unless I was mistaken.
Alright.
Give me a
On a
wisdom.
safe distance.
She's been using this for a while now and been getting better with it. So she has more of an ability to focus on who she wants now.
17.
Oh,
Gonna have to have her break into Tessa's mind later.
as she disconnects from the automaton carrying her, thus dropping her to the floor. But she still wears the helmet and can open up her eyes through Ragnar's eyes. You can see yourself laying on the floor along with the other group members standing at various positions through where Ragnar would be. You watch him walk up and approach one of the jars, turn the lid off, give a big dwarven snort of this material up into his body. He looks up and he's like, oh, it kind of smells like old burnt wood, you know, and then he just kind of stops. He slows down. Ugh. And he kind of stands there. It looks almost comatose. As you're looking through his eyes, you see him stop moving, but you can still listen to his mind. He's still talking in his mind. He's still saying, it's not that bad. I don't know. It didn't really do anything to me.
In his mind, he's saying that.
Yeah.
To us, he's just kind of standing there stone.
Buddy, you with us? You with us?
Can I like speak to him his mind and be like, you're not moving?
Oh, yeah, he can hear you.
That wouldn't be disconcerting.
Ragnar,
Hey
you,
there, Ragnar. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't feel my face.
I can't move. I'm
Gonna walk over and close the jar that he's holding.
okay. Close the jar. He's standing there. His arms are outstretched. He's still holding the jar. May's talking to him in his mind. He can hear it. He can reply. He feels good. Feels real good.
You really shouldn't.
Are you aware that you can't move?
I don't know. I feel like I'm moving, but I'm see that I'm
Take
still...
one of my arrows and just kind of
Jab him.
Shoot him in the head?
Just just poke him in the armor just to see if he feels anything.
Well, yeah, Ragnar, you feel poked by an arrow, but you can't seem to yell out for him to stop.
I'm not jabbing it through his skin or anything. I'm just
Oh.
making sure he's still in there.
Oh.
I don't want to kill him.
I seem to be in a bit of a pickle.
I think you're pickled.
Jackson will give him a shake, see if that shakes him out of it.
Is May relating this back to us? Can we even hear what May's
I'm
saying?
I'm gonna relate. Yeah, I'm gonna just be like, hey, he's fine inside of his head. Like he still is thinking as if nothing happens.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's try pushing him over. Like, see if he goes rigid or if he falls back.
I already poked him with an arrow. What more do
I
you
know
want to do?
this is a serious scientific experiment.
We're all about
You
scientific
gotta come
experiments
back.
here.
You gonna
If
push
he
him on his
rigid-
face or on the back?
On his
Just
back.
ask him. If he can't say no, he can't say no.
If he stays
Jackson will push him backwards.
He falls over, but he doesn't fall over rigid. He kind of slumps.
see, now we know he's not frozen in place. He
No.
just doesn't have control of his faculties.
Is he still blinking?
Did you jab him that hard?
No, I'm just asking if he's blinking. Like,
Oh, I think he said bleeding.
no, I didn't jab him to bleed him. I just jabbed him to go ow. I mean,
Yeah,
now.
he's
so-
kind of blinking.
Okay, so he's kind of there.
Maybe we should take like a rest and see how this long term affects him.
Strictly scientific rest, right?
Also to like see if he snaps out of it soon.
I don't snap out.
Not yet.
Don't know what to do.
Weird or
You leave
right
me
now.
here.
Leave you there.
He's just now laying on the ground on his back. He's like, man, I still feel real good.
Hey, Jex is here. What's up? Can you be in a pickle while your mind's ajar?
Is it like good like euphoric or
Yeah.
good like I don't
He feels euphoric. He feels good.
so it's like drugs.
Like a good,
Some
it's like
mood
sniffing
altering.
glue, you know?
Got his body a little stuck.
Yeah.
A little more like glue.
Well then. It's always the drugs.
Yeah. We should probably see if he can sleep it off.
So are we gonna take a rest here?
Well,
Short rest?
I've got a legitimate question. Like, how tired are we at this point, DM? Because, like, we've got no sense of time down here. We've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
We've taken, I think, one, maybe two long rests the entire time we've been down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're beat,
We
man.
should probably heal
So
up.
this might be a good time to, like, sleep
Mm-hmm.
and see if this wears off him.
Yes. We should definitely take shifts and have make sure he doesn't die though.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Yeah.
Jackson does agree because he also needs a rest at this point. He's exhausted all of his non-violent abilities.
Non-violent.
Yeah, I actually
ability.
I only have like one spell left. So.
Would you be wanting a short rest or a long rest?
We'd be wanting a long rest.
All right, long rest. Long rest. Are you going to rest in this room?
Does this room seem secure to us?
There's
You've
only the one door,
explored.
right?
You've explored the
Jackson's
basement
gonna get it.
of here. Yeah.
A bit of a smirk on his face. Do we want to sleep in the cells?
Don't feel comfortable sleeping in cells.
Well, hold on. He actually has a point. When you're sleeping in the cells, there's only one way into the cell.
True.
And then we've got something between us if something does come in there as well.
Yeah, like an iron gate.
What if we accidentally lock ourselves in though?
Well, we could disable or disengage the locking mechanisms. Like, these are old cells. We don't even know if the locks still work.
True,
on
we
these.
do have a rogue with us. He should know
Gan
how to
says
do
no
that.
problem. I can do that.
All right. All right. Well, to the cells. it
All right, make your way
is.
down to the cells. You guys make your way to the
Gotta
cells.
drag me there.
Drag
Oh, yeah.
poor Ragnar.
And then,
May, are you going to go back into the automatron's mind?
Yes. Can I have it grab both me and Ragnar?
Yes,
Is
you
it strong
can.
enough?
It is very
Heck
strong
yeah.
enough. It'll carry each of you over the shoulder type thing as you're unconscious and he's unconscious.
Guess what can block the door?
Make your way
Yeah.
down and into the cells. When you get into the room with the cells, you can see pretty much straight north through the first door, through the second door, back to the room where the landing is and the elevator had come down. So you have a nice clear path, field of view. And then you can have all the cells down there, all 6 cells. The cells have straw beds in them
Rest for the wicked.
for for rest and some basic blankets, so to speak, like very rough type blankets and whatnot. You can find very comfortable quarters in there. Gans will go around and inspect the cells. If you wish them disengaged, he will do so.
Yes, please.
All right, he will do that. And then he will say, well, what should we do for watches?
I'll take first watch.
Yes,
Ooh.
I need to heal, so I will take a rest.
We should have 3 watches, he says.
I'll take the second.
All right. I'll do the third.
Jackson is going to spend an hour before doing anything else, just rearranging his spells and preparing new ones for the next day.
Nice.
As we're getting ready, I'll prepare a song of rest.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
So that means everyone will heal an extra 4 points.
All right.
I'm going to spend my hit dice to get healing back. Okay, I'm back up to full.
Okay, my long rest, if I look at this here, it says recover 25 hit points, up to 2 hit dice, 2 spell slots. So take long rest.
There you go.
That should be, oh shit, it changed my thing should be full again. It just, it changed what my total is here, so I did.
Oh, have to manually do it.
I don't know why it doesn't lock it.
Yeah, so anybody for the class who gets spell slots back or recovers or whatever will do so. Any ability damage is healed. And if you wish to spend your hit dice, the board is giving you extra health for that. We are level 4, I believe, so you have 4 hit dice worth of healing.
How much hit points should I have? Because I can't tell if it reset or not.
What is your...
If you
Sorry, go ahead.
if you click on your sheet on D&D Beyond into the editor, it'll say max hit points. Or if you hit manage HP, it'll tell you what your maximum, should be.
Because don't we do it differently? Like,
Mhm,
is there
yeah.
like a...
We max out.
We max.
So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my max is 52. It had reset me to 40, which it shouldn't have.
And mine went down to 32.
Yeah. So
that's
it
not
should show you somewhere what the total is. If you hit that, go into the character sheet, which is the little anvil, and under
Okay.
class, it'll have your manage hit points, manage HP. If you click on that, it should show you what your max available or max total should be.
10 plus your constitution modifier.
yeah, what's your con modifier?
Do I know?
Well, see if you click on it, it says potential total possible HP in the potential values. Do you see the page?
I don't know if I'm on the right page. Just says hit dice, 1d10 per ranger level. Hit points at first level, 10 plus your constitution modifier. Hit points at higher levels, 1d10 or
Oh
6.
no, not there. So see up
Not
above.
there.
See above your level. So it says ranger, and then across from it says level. Right above that, there's a blue manage HP button.
Ah,
Click on that.
What's her constitution modifier?
plus
I don't
1.
know. I'm looking at mine. So
So
Plus
she'd be
1,
44.
Okay, yeah, it says total possible HP 44.
Yeah, you're 44. Okay.
Yeah, so if you hit override HP and type in your 44 there, and then hit apply, it'll add it back to the total.
Good thing I caught that before I died.
Yeah, you gotta have the
Yeah.
hit points, man. Ragnar, we're gonna have to check when he comes back too, just to make sure, because I don't think he knows. What's a fighter? D10
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm on my
or
page,
D12?
but,
It's
No,
D10, yeah.
D10. Okay. So depending on his con modifier, we'll know what his total hit points are. What's your con modifier, Mr. Ragnar?
Which one is that again?
Your
health.
+7.
+7. Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's what I have on my sheet here.
well, he's using D&D Beyond too, so he can click on that and find out. Are you level 4? Did you up your guy to level 4?
I'm level 3.
Okay, so you have to up yourself to level 4.
Yeah, I don't.
How do
I don't know if he's +7.
He can't be.
No, +5. +5
Wait,
on
where-
D&D
He's
Beyond.
probably adding his.
Oh,
proficiency
okay, I see.
modifier.
So it's 5. So he's at least
So that would be.
50.
Click your anvil.
No,
and then
60.
Go to,
Yeah,
Oh, wait, no. So it should be at what? Plus.
it'll
I
tell you
accidentally rolled.
if you click the anvil there, at the
Yeah.
top, and go to number 2 class.
Yeah.
It'll show you there's a blue button that says manage HP.
Okay.
If you click on that, you can it'll tell you what your max HP should be. Say right at the top, maximum hit points.
Oh, it's 40 right now.
Okay, but you're supposed to be. You're only level 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he
wanna
goes up, he'd be 40.
Do you want to get him to 4
Or 60,
Is he
I'm sorry.
not, is he
Yeah,
not,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
4 yet?
No. Click him on the sheet. Click him up to 4th. If he can do it easily. If he can't,
He should be able to just go back, close that, go back to where it says level right there next to your class.
Change it to 50.
Change it to change it to
I-
4th level.
I change it to 4.
okay.
Yeah.
And now
what is
my max hit point is 52.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
So
52.
if you click on that and then override your HP to 52 to your max hit points.
Well, no, that's
Fine.
what it's at.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it is set to that? Okay.
Yeah.
If it changes, you'll have to go back in and change your max hit points back because we use max hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at 52. So, yeah, I'm looking at the total possible is saying 64.
Okay, so click on the manage HP. See where it says override HP.
Yeah.
You should
Click on that and type in the max hit points you can get.
75.
Who?
He's a +5. He should be at, 60 at level 4.
Yeah, 60. Regardless, we know he's around 60. We're gonna assume
And
he's
then
at
just
60.
Hit apply at the bottom.
Yeah. Now the other
So I
thing,
put 60 down in the override?
yeah, put the 60 in for now. That makes sense mathematically in the game. And the other thing you'll have to think about eventually will be your level 4 choice, because you get a stat point or you get a feat. So you'll have to think about that in the long term.
So you can increase your strength or dexterity or
Right.
whatever by 1,
Two.
or 1 or 2. 2? Okay. Or you can choose a
Feet.
skill?
Yeah, feat.
Oh, feat.
Yeah.
Feat.
So
And some of the
ability
feats do
score
give you
improvement or feat?
yeah. Some of the feats do give you a slight improvement as well.
Right, which are very beneficial.
Unless you absolutely need a skill point increase, which I needed, which is why I took the points. Because I kept failing wisdom saves.
Hey man, you gotta have a bad stat somewhere.
I do. Actually, I don't really have a bad stat. It's not horrible.
I do. We got a strength of 9.
Yeah.
You know what?
Strength of 9.
I have a charisma of 9.
Well, there you go. You got a bad stat.
Yeah, I should have kept the shiny shirt.
You're a terrible
I get the shiny shirt.
folk hero for talking to people. You're like, yeah, what the hell you want?
It's because I'm always looking over my shoulder to see if those people are coming after me.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah. All right, so we got some resting in. Everybody got some spells back. We got hit points up, ability damage healed. As we do the watches, May, your watch goes fine. You're up, you're walking around, you're kind of put off by this place, and being far from home, whether that bothers you or not. You've met some new people, some interesting fellows here, and maybe you're spending most of your time inside the automaton with the telepathic helmet on, or maybe you're disconnected. Whatever you're getting more comfortable with, you now have a giant robot bodyguard that is very strong. I'll have to give you stats on him if you're keeping him long term. Then you wake up Clairval. Clairval takes a shift. Same thing, contemplate why we're down here, what's going on. We're just supposed to come in and loot this place, but as we talked to people in town and that, we knew that there was horror down here, and that one guy was mentally unstable because of being down here, and some of the things we had run into have been quite off-putting, and now we're in a very odd predicament as we've continued to go down. We've essentially maybe defeated the daughter of Raywind. We've surpassed the Lich of Raywind, the Beholder of Raywind, and we're looking for Raywind himself at this point. Your time goes by okay. You wake up Gans. Gans gets up, and Gans will start his shift. Halfway into his watch, Gans will come by and alert you, Clairval, as you go down and say, I've seen some movement. Someone came down the elevator shaft. It was one of the automatons. He made his way into that library type room, and I didn't see him come back yet. Should we ignore that? Just let him go about his business down here?
I'm lost. You said I send that to Gans?
No, Gans is saying this to you. You had your shift. You went to bed. You woke up Gans. Gans started his shift. Not too long into it, he saw something and woke you up because you were
Woke me up partway through his shift.
Correct.
Okay.
He said he saw an automaton come down the elevator and go into the library room, and then it's been a little while he's been in there.
Let's go take a look at it, see if it's just picking something up and bringing it back, or let's get an idea of what these things are doing with it. You and I will go. Let everyone sleep.
All right. Stealth check. Gans is going to move pretty quiet as he makes his way up to the entrance.
Oh, good actually. 17.
Not bad.
Did I miss something?
Gans and Clairval are moving around.
Oh, they're just moving around.
Yeah, you were killed in your sleep. Sorry. Make our way up to the library and peer inside the entrance. You see the automaton inside. He is moving about. He is shifting jars. He is going back and forth from the machine. Seems to be feeding the machine some more jars and bringing some supplies, taking things out. And ultimately, he has he spends some time nearby fueling a liquid into the side of the machine. It looks like. The longer you watch him, you notice he is just doing tasks. If you continue to watch him, he will seem to finish up his tasks and then begin to head back to the front of the room.
Well, let's follow him, see what he's doing at the front of the room once he's got this.
All right, makes his way back to the front of the room and rearranges some of the jars on the counter, putting them in a different order, filling up some extra spaces there as some of the jars were used. And then he'll make his way out of the room towards the elevator, seemingly to return back upstairs.
Okay.
Seems pretty basic.
Yep.
Life in the tower. Return back to the cells. You go back down. Gans stays on the rest of the watch. Watch goes by okay. 8 hours have passed. You have no concept. Morning, night, afternoon, you don't know. Everybody seems to wake. Everybody is woken up, feeling
Dungeon Master.
refreshed. Yes.
I was thinking of something while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
You know those orbs that we have? They're souls, right? The eyes that we found with the golem or whatever. Where Tess has the big eye.
Correct. Yes.
They're souls, right? Are they souls?
They're okay. I'll give you along that line.
Okay, so it's just a spitball in here.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to insert one of those souls into the automatron, so that May could be free of it.
How would you do such a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just wondering if it's
Got
possible.
a jar with a soul. You think there's like a soul insert, like where we stick a double A into this thing? Oh, that's where it goes.
Tess has been taking souls.
Yes, she
It's
has.
a soul. Can I
using-
read it?
Ooh, there's a thought.
Does it have to have like a physical form for me to read it?
Because I just think that's another kind of quest that we were kind of tasked with, was to turn those souls to.
You
Where they came
recovered the giant eye, which Tess has. You yourself, I think, have the actual
Have-
eyes.
Yes, I have the eyes.
You have the eyes. You pull the eyes out, as you've done before, and put them before you, and streaks of light from them point off in all different directions, indicating that the owners of these eyes are somewhere at the end of these guiding lights. May looks at them and wants to try to telepathically bond with one. Roll a wisdom save. Let's see.
Me or her?
Her.
Her.
13.
Whoops. Music faded right at the apex.
Whoops! What happened? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
The
You
music died, and so did she.
Yeah.
you can feel something there, but it's very, very far off. It almost feels beyond your mind. You try to bond with it, but it's too distant. Not saying it's impossible, but you just don't seem to have the power yet.
What if I get some bardic inspiration?
For it. Add a D6 to your next attempt.
Go for next attempt.
Okay, it's a dirty 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Dirty 20s.
All right. You feel your mind racing through kind of a shimmer of light into one of the eyes floating in the air. One of the leftover kind of souls of someone from long ago. And you can begin to see through their eyes, but hazy, very, very bright light. It looks very, very hot where they are. You can see lakes of lava, large, dark stone, and all around there's almost like dwarves, but their skin is very golden. They have beards and hair made out of flame.
Okay, so the owner of this eye is in hell. Think. Not
Be-
hell, somewhere very close.
Being a ranger,
Also a tiefling.
a tiefling ranger,
Yeah.
roll.
Flames
What
are
are,
my-
what are we
my
gonna have?
gig.
What are we gonna have you roll? What are we gonna have you roll? There's no knowledge skills. Let's try.
I also like, I don't know what terrain it is, but I think desert is my preferred territory. I don't know what that is.
Okay. All right. So desert is
Could be
preferred.
desert.
There's a nature skill.
Let's try nature just for fun. Give us
It's
a
an
nature.
intelligence. It's an intelligence save or intelligence throw. There's also an insight to wisdom.
5.
Would you get a 5?
For
5.
nature. For nature, is that what I'm rolling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's what
What
you.
does the preferred territory do, though?
That will help you with skills there. So if you have to track creatures in the desert or answer questions about the desert, you may even get advantages on attacking creatures in the desert and things like
Yeah,
that.
you're also adept at traveling, so you don't lose any movement.
Difficult terrain's not going to affect you.
A
And
bright light
surviving.
full of like, is that a desert or is it not a desert?
It's not a desert.
Okay. Sounded like could be.
It's not too long you're there, and then you're forcefully disconnected and pulled back. When she comes back, Well, it's up to you if you want to tell them or not what you saw, but
Yeah, I'll
that's
be like, well, they're in hell. And I was like, describe what I saw.
so she describes that these dwarves with this golden skin, this fire and beards made of flame in a very rocky area with lakes of lava. There was forged armor.
But they
Knowledge history.
Go for it.
'Cause that doesn't sound like hell to me.
no, those were dwarves you saw, right?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice. Good time for a natural 20.
that is a description of Azers on the elemental plane of fire.
Oh.
That's kind of like hell.
By the way, the dwarf that we met at the door, was he the same type of dwarf, or was he just like a being of light?
He was celestial.
He was celestial, so
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
So we gotta get to another. Wait, we don't even know what plane of existence we're in right now.
No, we don't.
As far as you know,
we've
you're
got
on the
big trees in our
material.
way.
As far as you know, you're on the material realm that's been touched by the fire plane.
But now that's only one of the souls.
Correct.
Yeah.
She had a hard time getting that, but she got a natural 20. She actually hit that and got a momentary glimpse into someone on a different plane.
This is an interesting ability. We should use this later. The special tool that will help us later.
All right. Well, if we're done playing with the pies, I'll put them back in the pack. So.
Put your eyes away.
Jackson, having prepared his new spells, has only done one thing, which is switch out his Eldritch Knight's special cantrip. The one that doesn't have to be a specific school of magic.
Oh.
Switch that out for Mold Earth.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's interesting.
How is Ragnar doing?
Ragnar, yes. Sorry, 8 hours has gone by. Ragnar is fully come to. Ragnar is himself. He stands back up, covered in all of his crap he's carrying in his window. And he says, he feels great. He feels awesome. He stretches. He felt like he slept for 100 years.
Can you move there, buddy?
I am moving and grooving and ready to take on the world.
Well, let's check with the DM. Is he actually moving?
He is moving. He is moving
Been
about.
improving, eh?
After sleeping all night on the hay, like that sounds kind of tempting. I just want to take some for later. Seems like a good time.
You guys all get up, get acquainted with what you need to do. Pick spells, pray to your deities. You noticed Tessa was praying to her deity last night before everybody went to bed. And whatnot. Everybody switched out, ready to go, feeling better.
Good as I'll ever get.
All right, we're refreshed and ready to.
Jackson will take the time to put his armor and everything back on.
Nice. Yep. Resuit back up.
Still got that big dent in your shield.
In the one shield, yes.
And the shiny shield. Yeah.
Did that help us figure out what the green stuff is? Can we like use this information to try to figure out what it is?
What's your background, May?
It's haunted one. That's all I know.
Oh, haunted one. Okay, yeah, that one's a little different. I mean, you could associate it. You think with drugs, he was drugged somehow, because he was moving around in his mind, but his body was stuck. What would this be used for? Why would they have this?
The automatons run on drugs.
Which
Which,
positive
Apparently.
dark theory. We know there was a sacrifice at some point.
Yep.
Are
I'm
we
assuming
in-
these would have been made to make them complacent.
Oh,
Oh, Jackson
we're in
has
like a
some
drug den.
has some good knowledge there, making someone from the cell complacent, and they could torture him upstairs, where that torture room
Makes
was
them
found.
feel good.
Makes them feel good. Makes them not able to resist or physically move.
Yeah, but like if you're torturing them, you don't want them to feel good about it.
Yes, but we do know that there was a large sacrifice made, and being unable to resist for that sacrifice
Right.
would be similar to being willing at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gray area. Do you consent? Didn't say no.
I don't think they care back then.
Yeah, did we find the elves slaughtered? Were they the sacrifice? Or was it some other creature that was sacrificed?
Are you talking about?
Jackson's referring to the 48-person sacrifice from the Lich from much earlier.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The 48 person sacrifice from the Lich were not elves. They were commoners from nearby.
Okay. So we have not found the bodies of the elven mages yet.
No, but in the tower, when you were on the tower, about floor 3 or 4, there was a torture slab.
Right, but there's an automatron on it, right?
No, that was the other one. You walked first. You entered a room with little spider creatures on the ground, and as you moved, they moved out of the way.
Oh, there was blood on the table. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the automatron have any like recognition software about the green stuff? Like, does it know?
When you first tapped into the automaton, he was tasked with retrieving the orb from the wall, and that's all he knew
Right.
to do. That's the one you're in, and that's all he knew what to do. He knows not of the green substance.
So if we found another one,
You would get maybe a similar thing. He would know what to do with the green, which could just be feed it into the machine.
it's true. Should we like follow the pipes, or should we just like,
Oh, there's some just right up the elevator.
yeah?
Yeah, the automatrons, because they were working on the pipes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go mess with one
They
of
were
those
doing
before
some
we go?
basic maintenance last night, Gans and I observed, but we couldn't make any, like, it didn't seem to be anything special, just like routine maintenance. Right,
They be
Gans?
programmed to know what they're maintaining, like just in case something happens.
So far, when we tried it on the game. I think you weren't here, but Kylo tried it there, and they just knew what their task was, not why.
Yeah, I tried to take some. They were feeding the fluid into the pipes, and I tried to take some of the fluid, and they made a direct movement. Originally, they made no movement toward us. We could walk up to them, walk away from them. They didn't do anything. But as soon as I went to take some of the fluid that they were filling in, they made a defensive stance against me.
Gans
But
will.
didn't attack me. Just they would bar me from touching the substance
Yeah.
until
So
you
they don't-
took over one of them, so we could get some.
Right. So they don't even know what they're doing, just what they're like.
Supposed
They
to.
don't know what they're moving.
Right.
Mhm.
That's what Gans will side with Clairval and say yes. Just looked like he was doing a task.
So here's a question: Could you take over one of the spiders?
Probably.
See what the spiders are doing?
Yeah, where are the spiders?
There were some in that hallway with the two automatrons, weren't there?
Spiders were upstairs in 2 different rooms. There was lots of them. They were very tiny, and they seemed to be on the one set of pipes, almost laser blasting holes in it. That's for lack of a better term.
Should we see what the spiders think?
They were very tiny, though. Not as big and sophisticated as the automatons.
So you're saying that they'd be even less helpful than the automatons?
Could be that, or just simpler constructs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our other option is to go back to where the cube is, because we've exhausted all the doors, right?
Yes.
What if we drug the cube? Just carry some and like smoke bomb it.
Jackson does have a few ideas. We could go check on that. He's
It's
gonna
like a
pull out.
weapon.
Okay, Jackson, what's your idea? So let's-
Jackson's gonna pull out the Lich's spell book,
Mm.
flip to one of the spells in there.
Okay.
He's going to show Kaldane entirely unsure if he can read the magical writing. He's going to show him one of the spells on there.
Okay. What language is it in?
It's the Lich's spell book.
It's
so-
magical writing, as long as you would know the spells on the spell list. So if it was on the ranger spell list,
Rangers
I know-
don't have a spell list anymore.
They don't?
I don't think so. I think there's only, well,
I'm pretty
I
sure
can't
there
find
is.
one, remember?
Yeah, there's ranger spells. Back in the day of 3.5, there was divine and there was arcane, so you just need to be in the right school of magic.
Yeah, it's an abjuration spell, so he won't be able to read it.
Ah, then he
Okay.
wouldn't know.
He's going. So Jackson's going to explain. Well, one of the spells in here is a sort of locking mechanism. So I figure if we lock the cube and then try messing with it again, we might be able to get the door to open without that thing coming through.
That's a good idea. I like your idea. I approve of this message.
Gotten some rest, I assume it's done the same. And I do not want to go for round 2.
It's made us all much more witty, wise. We all have
All right, Jackson's got a good
fresh
idea.
ideas.
You got a new idea here. You're walking around
Trudge-
down here, thinking of
trudge
different
back over
things.
to the cube.
Make your way into the room with the cube, the big disturbing cube at the middle of the room, sitting there oddly humming, like it has been the whole time. Big, large room. Pipes running all over the room, but the majority of the large, thicker pipes run under the cube towards the southern wall where we knew there was a door. The cube itself is just humming in the middle of the room.
Okay, I have 2 suggestions to make before you cast that spell, Jackson.
Okay.
One is, May, can you position your automaton by the door section so that if it does open, you can hold it open in case
I
it
can
decides it
do
wants
that.
to close again. And
Do I have to
secondly,
roll
I
again for that, or am I just continuing my control of the automaton for that?
yes,
Sorry, I
it's a
missed it.
sentient Rubik's Cube, Jackson.
I missed it real quick. What was it? Sorry.
What
He
we
asked
said?
me to-
Position the automaton by the door so when it opens, the automaton can hold the door open.
Yeah, I just asked, do I need to roll for that, or do I just like continuingly?
No, you are the robot essentially. Robot is carrying you, and you are in control.
The second suggestion I would make, and you can tell me if this would be a good idea, Jackson, since you're casting a spell, would it be advisable to have Clairval cast that cube again above where we know the portal opens?
If it comes through, he can have it ready, but I don't want him to waste the spell doing it.
Okay.
I agree. That's a high level spell, and it's gonna kind of hinder us later on.
This is the only thing that I can do at this level anyway. So if we're all ready,
Okay.
Jackson will go ahead and pull out 25 gold coins and start crushing them because he needs dust. He's going.
It's a waste of some good coins.
Yeah, he's
like
gonna
a
crush
rat.
those with his hatchet, with the back
I'm
of
more
the hatchet.
impressed with these crushing.
Yeah, I'm
blows.
like, oh, I'm crushing coins.
We do have an automaton that could probably crush those for you, you know.
Ah,
Yeah, Jackson will look up at May and maybe suggest, can you crush these coins? I know that's hard to do when it's money, but like, we need these crushed.
Alright, I will reach out and crush the coins with the automaton
Pockets.
fist.
Yeah, just a robo fist is turn them into
Pockets
dust.
the coins and
Yeah.
disappears into the darkness.
Turn it
never
into
mind,
dust. Give it
I'm
back to
a
Jackson.
little rough.
Using that dust, Jackson will use that as the material component,
Nice.
and he will go ahead and lock the top of the cube.
Now, what's the spell do? How does it work?
It is Arcane Lock. It is
Oh.
the second level spell out of the Lich's spellbook.
Okay.
And so you touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration of the spell, which is 10 minutes.
Nice.
You and any creatures you designate when you cast the spell can open the object normally. You can also set a password that, when spoken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses this spell for 1 minute. Otherwise, it is impassable until the spell is broken, dispelled, or suppressed. Casting Knock on the object suppresses the arcane lock for 10 minutes. And while affected by the spell, the object is harder to break, force open, and the DC to pick it or break any locks on it increases by 10.
Very cool. All right. So you go over and you cast it on top.
Yep.
Okay. Right now there is no doorway, right? Because the cube is shut. But he casts it in a spot where he knows there will be a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do we do
Now,
next?
At this point, Jackson has also purposely excluded Kylo from the list of people that can open it, because he's the one with the cane right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, are you, just to be clear, you're preventing the portal from opening, or you're preventing the cube from opening?
The portal is the intention.
Okay, cool. All right.
Jackson's assuming that this cube is the mechanism that opens the portal.
Okay, so now the cube is locked. I'm going to go pull the staff out of the backpack, or off
Okay.
the backpack, I guess, and tap it once again. Tap
All
the
right.
cube.
You tap the cube again. You hear the humming increase, and the plates on the cube shift. Big metal plates on the cube shift into position, and the humming has increased in the room.
Okay, so remember, so the last time we did this, you said that there were plates with images on them.
They are.
Did they form a specific pattern when I tapped it this time?
No, just like last time, they began to move about again. Some are in place, some are out of place.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tap it once more.
All right, so you tap it a second time. The plates again shift. The humming increases in volume in the room. Some of the
Anything
images
happen
line
with
up.
that door?
Not yet.
Not yet. And nothing's happening above.
Correct.
Okay. All right, boys and girls. I'm going to tap it again.
All right, you tap it the third time, just like last time. All the plates move and lock into position, thus showing you the true image on the cube, which we've seen before, which is just beings from the far realm constellations, a ship among the stars, which is very curious to us at the time. Portal on the top essentially opens. Bright white light pours forth from the top of the cube. Arcane lock goes off and is in position as far as we know and we're aware. You stand back and the humming is quite loud. At the far southern end of the room, the door lifts upwards into the wall. May's automaton goes underneath and extends its arms upward as if to hold the door at any one time. Immediately, nothing comes from the portal.
Immediately, nothing happens.
Well, it seems to have worked as it was designed to.
This spell will only last for 10 minutes, so let's go.
Should we go through the door?
That is
Oh.
what I'm suggesting, yes.
Okay, so someone has to stay behind and knock on the cube to turn the cube off, or else it's going to be on when that
Oh, no, I can,
spell ends.
I'm sure there's a way we could do this.
Okay, so we can be out of the room, but I have to maintain eye contact with it. Like I can use the telekinesis to knock the cube with the staff.
But then we lose the staff if the door falls. Unless
That's what the
Can-
automaton's for.
I know, but can the automaton hold the weight of that door?
Looks like a big automaton. Looks pretty strong.
All right, so
Only
let's
one
assume
way to find out.
let's assume you're not actually on the automaton right now, right?
She's being
Right.
carried in its arms, I believe, is how she likes to
Okay.
go around.
If you if you disconnect from it, was it moving when we first got it?
Originally, it performed its task and then stopped. She connected. Every time she disconnects from it, it stays as it is. So if it's like this, it'll stay like this.
Okay.
Okay,
So
no, go ahead, May.
so I can disconnect then and leave it holding the door open.
Correct.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Get my
Okay.
legs loose today.
So everybody get through the door. How far is that door from me, from the cube?
Oh, shoot. I knew that. It was, I want to say, it's at least,
100 and something feet?
yeah.
What's my running distance in one move?
Oh, you could run 120 in a straight line. So no
Okay,
issue
So
there.
I can tap the cube and run and slide under the door.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
in case.
You can turn the cube off. Is that your intention?
Yes.
Okay.
After everyone has gone through the
All
door.
right. Everyone will go through the door. Is that agreement?
Yes.
So I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose the staff, and I don't want to leave the thing running because if the spell wears off, who knows what's going to come through?
Kitty.
Hello, kitty. Kitty.
All right. Everybody goes through the door. The automaton is essentially holding it up. You tap the cube with the cane to shut it off. The plates start moving. You run. Give me an athletics dexterity saving or athletics. Blah, blah, I can't even say it. Kitties.
Athletics
I
or
got a
acrobatics?
10.
Acrobatics, sorry, yeah.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. So you're not doing great. You're kind of shuffling as you're running. Just whoo.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Just a casual jog.
A casual jog. The door would essentially come down, but the automaton does seem to hold it in place. His arms are up, and it lands in his hands, and it jolts the arms, but he essentially has the weight of it. And you make your way through. With a 10, you might not have made it the way you intended, but you get through. Door's still up, automaton's still in order, and
Make sure you thank May.
you're on the other side.
Thanks, May. Glad you had that thing.
Yes.
All right. Anything you want to
best
do
way.
before we move forward?
Is there any way to recover the automaton, or is it is it essentially now a door block?
So as far as a door blocker, if she rehooks to it and it comes through, the door will fall, correct?
I mean, do we need the door open? We're gonna come back.
Oh. So far, the
Go-
only way
go
back
another
out
way
of the
back.
tower is the way we came through.
Let me know.
So should I take it with me or should I leave it?
Should I stay or should I go?
No.
Originally, this hallway, when you first saw it, went down curved and had a red glow at the end. Still does.
Right, because we used the window
That's right.
through the door.
So it still does.
How attached are you to that automaton?
I mean, I can get another one. I like having one though.
Kraken's gonna gesture to his book. I have the instructions on how to make them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you have the instructions on how to make them. Do you have the expertise to actually follow them, though?
Oh, we could find a couple of gnome engineers that could build us one, I'm sure.
You see Gan shudder at that. Oh, gnomes.
I say we should leave the door open for now, at least.
All right, you leave the door open, make your way down the hall?
The cube shut off, right?
Yes, yes. Still
I
humming.
Yeah, well, it's been humming the whole time.
That's right.
Jackson's spell is dispelled at this point.
All right, spell is dispelled. Down the hall, correct? Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go down the hall.
All right, you walk down the hall in marching order around the curve towards the source of the red glow. You come to a room with a long red carpet running from the doorway to a pulsing red rectangular portal at the far end. 6 humanoids stand in a line along the carpet before the portal, 3 on either side. At the back of the room, a stained glass window runs floor to ceiling, lit from behind by unknown means.
There's
A,
the sun.
a single smaller automaton is in the room, moving about here and there doing tasks.
Like we found you a new friend, May.
Yeah, possibly.
Beautiful. I can steal it.
Yes, I think we should just hold up here before they see us and survey the room.
Good idea.
If you can connect with that automaton, maybe you can get a look through its eyes.
Yes. Can I tap into it?
All right, so disconnect from. Oh, you already did. Sorry, you disconnected from the one in the hallway. You're alone by yourself. You will use the helmet, and you will do a wisdom saving throw. You're getting better at pinpointing.
6.
Oh.
My rolls didn't know that I was getting better.
6, 7,
So,
8,
because she's
9,
getting better,
10,
does she get
11,
an
12,
advantage or
13,
not?
14.
Yeah.
We need a number out of 14. So let's do.
Hold on, I've got a D14.
Yeah, I
have
love
a
his
D14,
dice,
Blake?
man. He's got everything.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
You
gonna
can
say,
find almost any denomination of
I was gonna
dice.
say use an 8 and a 6, and then you got it.
5.
5. Okay. So. Okay. All right. May, you tap into a mind, a random mind you're unfamiliar with. You can see
my
out.
head.
You can see out the eyes, and you can see the carpet in front of you. Pretty much, you're looking down. You can get thoughts that seem to be chanting or going over the same words over and over and over and over. Same
Wait,
words.
understand those words?
She's a tiefling.
What language are they in?
Ranger. They're in Elven.
Oh.
They're
You don't know Elven?
Do not know Elven.
that would be something. Okay. All right. So you're hearing Elven
Head empty, no thought.
Elven chanting of these words over and over and over and over. A concentration going on.
Am I in the same room or am I somewhere else?
Looking down, you can see the carpet, and you're like, looks like the same room. What's the carpet? You're looking around. Oh, you're in the eyes. Never mind. Yeah, you're in the eyes. You just see the carpet before you, and you're like, oh, similar. I think I'm in the same room. I can't be quite sure.
Hey, you okay there? You in the automaton? I'm waving at the automaton.
No reaction from that.
Somewhere.
She can hear you, though, physically.
That automaton looks like it's still doing its job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm somewhere. Don't know where.
Tessa, what is that? What is that portal? And actually, can we hear the chanting?
No.
No, we can't hear the chanting.
No.
I'll like disengage. Does anybody know Elven?
Yes, me.
I like
I'm sure Clairvel does too.
Yeah.
repeat back to them what I was
Ears
hearing.
are a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway.
Oh, can you repeat? Do an intelligence check. Let's try something different here.
For us or her?
No, her.
Her. Okay. Oh, so to see if she can write it out.
19 plus 2.
Ooh, nice.
All right, she kind of reiterates the words back to you guys. Jackson, I think, would be more the one. Jackson, do you understand Elven?
Jackson understands common and primordial.
All right, nobody really gets the words. The Elven words for Kyloke, being a half-elf, you could make out some of them, but you don't know what they're for. They're definitely magic words. They're chanting for something, some kind of a spell. They're not specific. They're not telling a story or anything.
Being that I speak Elvish,
Yeah.
I should know what the word is, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Not physical words, not like tree or rabbit or
Oh, they're
anything.
not
Yeah,
physical words. Okay.
they're magical words used in an incantation of a spell. Spell you're unfamiliar with, not something a ranger would use.
Okay. Clairvel might know, and he does cast spells.
Clairvel speaks Elvish as well. Casting spells, well read. Do you want
What's your arcana?
Knowledge Arcane?
Yeah, go for it. Yes.
Ooh, no.
Mm,
5.
Damn.
You know what?
No.
Just for the fun of it, let me roll my arcana. Mine's only a +1, but let me see if I get in it. Oh, nope. Very low.
Clairvel would have the highest shot at it, but it's some
Roll
kind of
poorly.
some kind of spell, unknown.
So someone's chanting a spell possibly in the same room as us?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
Can you... Okay. Hey, I want you to move around, like stand in one spot. Turn around
Okay.
and see if you can get the same direction from where you were perceiving. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, looking forward. Okay, no, this is not the angle I was looking at, where I saw people.
Ah,
Turn a little bit. Look, is this the angle I saw it? See if you can replicate the angle that you were seeing everyone at.
can I pinpoint what my vantage point would have been?
All right. Yep. You have to take the helmet off.
Okay.
And start looking with your own eyes at this point, and you got to try to figure that out. Let's try
It's
to
gonna be she's casting something to kill us.
try an investigation.
Alright. Seven.
7? No. She was listening to Clairvel. She's like, "What? I stand do this? What? What?"
There's too many
I
angles.
don't get it.
She's
There's
like, are you
too much
speaking Elvish? I don't understand.
I can see carpet from everywhere.
She does say carpet, Clairvel.
down at the floor. Is there carpet here?
There's a red carpet running from the hallway all the way across the floor, past the humanoids, 3 on each side, in the orange robes, to the red portal.
I want you to turn, I want you to turn and look from the same angle as if you were one of the humanoids. The other end there.
Okay,
See if
I'm
that
gonna-
jogs anything for you.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, so she emulates how she was looking and whatnot. And if she looks over and looks at the humanoids down there, yeah, that seems about right. I would be looking directly down at the carpet, yeah.
So you got into one of the humanoids down there.
You
It's
should get
changing
into it like a rat in the wall or something.
If a rat in the wall is chanting magic, then that's
We've got a
Whoa.
whole lot bigger problem, but that's what.
Unusual skill.
you need a really
you,
good.
you never know in
exterminator.
the world of Van Damme.
You never know. The rats are dangerous.
Fought many a rat in my
Better
day.
than
The cocktail
Exterminator.
napkin idea is good.
We're going full on Lovecraft here.
She points out it was probably one of the humanoids right there. Yeah, they would be staring down.
Move closer and take a look at those humanoids there. Oh, there!
Did they notice us at all?
They
as
did
we
not
walked
notice
up
you. You were hidden in the hallway observing.
Oh yeah.
And he just walked out into the open.
Clairval just
by
shirt,
himself,
fancy shirt on, walks right out. Ho there!
walking in like
Stopping the chanting.
yeah. Never mind.
You watch him walk in.
Everyone
You guys
else.
walk in with him or wait and watch?
I'm gonna wait and watch.
That's a good plan.
He's supposed to pull his ass out of the fire.
All right, he walks in with a big hello. Nothing happens. Nobody turns their head. Nobody does anything. The automatons slowly moving around the room. The humanoids standing on the other side of the carpet still remained motionless, unmoving.
Would you gentlemen be able to direct me to where the stage is? I think I might have made an incorrect left turn somewhere.
This old rosebud. This old chestnut.
Again, no response comes forth from the figures in the room.
Is there no one here that can help a poor traveling actor?
You watch him as he calls out and tries to get the attention of anyone in the room. No one seems to respond.
Okay, I'll walk up and get a better look of what I'm staring at here.
Okay. You walk up closer. You see the 6 humanoids. They are in orange, like deep orange cowled cloaks. They are heads down, looking down towards the carpet, unmoving. You can see hands out at the end of the rope. You can see a nose coming out from underneath the cowl. Otherwise, all features are covered.
Excuse me?
Woman knows.
Kind of take a peer in and do that. You see elven humanoids. An
There's 6 of
elven
them.
elven man. His eyes appear glazed over. His skin very, very old. Almost as if in a trance.
Right. I'm going to start singing an old Elvish song that my mother used to sing to me when I was young. Something very calming, something very soothing. Not abrupt like some fancy ditty, just some like nursery rhyme type deal. See if I can pull these guys out of this.
Okay.
While he's playing that, I turn to the others and go, "I know this song. It's a good song. Yes, you listen."
Dirty 20.
Nice. All right, you give a hell of a performance. You play this amazing song. Anyone of
He's
elven
playing the southern version of it too.
the remix. Anyone of elven descent would know this song. No reaction.
Oh,
Jackson being from another world but being raised by elves, would he know this song?
Oh.
How are you raised by elves and not know how to speak Elvish?
His father thought it would be funny to teach Jackson an old version of Common.
Oh,
with
like
with
as an
all the
in-person accent.
interdimensional travel and plane walking people do, for lack of a better term, you would recognize this song, especially as well played and traditionally sung as it was.
Jackson at this point does recognize the song.
Mm-hmm.
I know this one.
I know this. Oh.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Everyone's moved to tears by this stirring performance.
Everyone, this is a great performance. This is something you haven't done in quite a time. This song brings back memories and has urged you on itself in its own splendor. But no one in the room reacts.
Okay, clearly there's something wrong with the minds of these individuals, because that was a fantastic performance.
As
I'll
you're
try
Encore,
shaking
encore.
one of their shoulders.
You're going to try what?
Shaking one of their shoulders.
All right, you go over and shake a shoulder of one of the humanoids. They
Yep.
they move to the movement. They're not rigid. They move, but no reaction from it. However, as you're standing right there, the automaton kind of notices what you're doing and moves over in your direction rather forcefully. Doesn't attack you or anything like that, but will move towards you with an unexpected speed.
Oh,
Can I try to take over the automaton again?
Of course.
Hey, 19.
19?
Yeah.
All right. All right, 19, all of a sudden, you're looking through the eyes. You're looking right at Clairval. You can read the intermediate thoughts. Protect.
Protect what?
He just knows protect. Protect the humanoids. As Clairval lets go of the shoulder, as the creature or the automaton gets closer, its mind shifts again. And you hear, for lack of a better term, refuel. He makes his way to the southern end of the carpet, kind of almost where you guys are. You guys entered from, let's say entering the room, you guys came in on the left. He'll go to the right. He goes to the base of where these pipes are, and he retrieves a jar, a glass jar, swirling mist inside. You're
This
looking
is the other end of the pipes.
looking through the eyes as he carries it back towards one of the humanoids on either side of the carpet. He opens the jar and forcefully puts it under their face.
Oh shit.
Oh, they're stoned like Ragnar.
They are drugged.
Jackson's looking. I was right.
Okay, well we know that they'll come out of it. So if I can control the thing, can I make him
Transformer.
stop doing that?
Yeah, you're just
Transformer.
watching him, so you can take control at this point. You could put the lid back on the jar, make him stop.
Yeah. Be like, no more drugging.
Clairval, you're standing right there. You can see that happen. You can see the automaton doing his task and then suddenly stop.
I'm like,
Is
well,
that
I know
you?
what the drugs are for.
okay, well, she's in the other room. I'm looking for you to do some type of like nod or something with the automaton, so I know it's you in control of it.
Just pull
A
up
friendly-
like a sign.
Yeah, friendly wave, yeah. Peace sign.
Do I have enough fingers to do that?
Yes, you have full robotic fingers.
It only has one finger. So
That's a roll. Does not compute. Strangle Clairval.
Hey Jackson, do you have the ability to charm anyone?
Jackson will take a flip through his other spell book again. It is in the book.
Do you think could you charm someone who's under the influence of something?
We might need to heal them. It's like,
Do you not know how long they've been under this?
yeah, they might need some like healing, first aid, help them recover from.
Are you guys in the room yet, or are you having this discussion without me?
We're standing in the doorway.
Are you being loud or quiet?
At this point, it doesn't
Well,
matter. I guess we can just talk.
yeah. Just talk loudly. They're not gonna stop us. They
All right,
can't.
not
well,
like-
just
not like
think,
really
I'm gonna do a medicine check on one of the elves.
Okay.
So, like, I'm gonna pull him aside because I'm not worried about the automaton manhandling me. I'm gonna flip his hood up and do a medicine check on him. 15.
Go lay down.
15. You flip the hood up on one of the elves, and you can notice age, like very, very, very elderly age. They almost look as if they've been drained. from your medicine check. Like their strength and their life force has been sapped out, but they're still there. They're still alive. They're comatose, for lack of a better term. Before you.
These ones are gonna snap out of it as quickly as we did because they have been under this wave for a long time.
Quick question also, since he pulled one of them aside to check them out, has the portal changed at all?
He just pulled him aside. He hasn't done anything else.
Okay.
But the portal
Yeah,
has not changed.
Talk to them through their minds. Because,
You-
like,
You assumed you were in the mind of one before,
yeah, I didn't try talking to him, though.
but he was chanting.
'Cause
Very
I could talk to Ragnar when he was under the influence.
correct. When you were
So I
in the
could try.
when you were in the mind, though, they were chanting. They were very concentrated, very involved in the spell,
Right.
just over and over and over and over and over,
And if-
kept chanting.
If they've been there for 1,000 years chanting, they're probably stuck, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So they
It
need
probably
something more
feel real
powerful.
good, though.
Yeah. Did
I
you
have
see anything different when you were looking through their eyes? Were they seeing any illusions or visions or anything?
Just carpet.
Just the carpet. Okay. So they like interior decorating. Okay.
Interior decorating. If you guys
I
are having
really
a,
like
a discussion out loud as well, Tessa will say, if they are chanting a spell and that portal is there, do not disrupt that spell.
Why not?
Gans,
we
Gans will
make a
say,
habit of disrupting spells.
Gans
all
will
day
say,
long.
do it, disrupt the spell. Maybe it'll destroy the portal. Maybe we'll all die, but it'll be closed. And we win.
You're a fun guy, Gans.
Where does this portal
I'm
go?
pretty sure there
though?
might be some middle ground somewhere.
And there's a different solution than that.
I
Can
do
we
think we might find a middle ground.
Hmm.
Jackson's going to go ahead and produce a little bit of the fabric from his clothes and see, are these elves actually chanting?
Out loud.
Like, he's going to approach at this point and see if they're actually chanting.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not speaking out loud.
Okay, so Jackson's going to assume at this point that they can cast through their mind without words.
Yes, according to what May found out and what you're looking at, yes.
Jackson will put his fabric away. Well, there goes my idea. Gonna gag them.
You can now see Jackson's midriff.
Dripping for any particular reason.
I had an idea, but it's not gonna work.
So can we just as we're getting? So I guess we're all out in the room now. Can we see anything through the portal?
The portal is red. It is rectangular in shape. It is pulsing. It seems like a shimmering of energy. Nothing is reflected through or anything like that. No.
No images through the other side. Okay.
Correct.
The rest of the room outside of the area that we've seen so far, what does it look like?
Behind the portal was a large stained glass window from floor to ceiling, lit from behind by unknown means. Very disturbing images upon it. At its apex,
Oh, what images are on it?
there is Raywind, displayed
On-
standing tall, holding the
Okay.
staff skyward. He is standing almost in this room before the portal as the elves, as depicted in the stained glass window, are in chains before him on their knees on either side of the portal. Beholders, mind flayers, creatures of unknown horror are depicted all the way around it. Books, the image of books with writing, brains, things of knowledge displayed coming forth from the portal. At the
Speak
far
words.
at the far end in the corner, people down on their knees praying or worshiping.
This is all in the stained glass representation.
Yes,
Where is he standing? In
Center.
in the representation. Center
on
across
a mountain, almost like a cliff,
on a mountain,
like a jagged
not in this
jagged
room.
series of rock. Doesn't look like it.
but mirroring the setup of this room.
In
the way that they're
to an
standing.
extent, yeah.
Okay, I want to try something first. Ragnar, come over here for a second.
Yeah.
Can you find that that window in your pack?
Yeah, here it is.
I want to put the window on the stained glass window.
Okay. Easily. You put the window on a stained glass window. It bonds in.
What is behind it?
Looking behind it, you just see a small little, like 1 foot space, I guess, essentially, and there's some ever-burning torches back there.
Okay, so nothing special. Right, here's the window back.
Ragnar ties it back onto his pack.
What if we used it
That
on
was
the
annoyingly
portal?
mundane.
Well, I expected something different behind.
Ragnar
Mysterious light.
brings up. What did Ragnar say?
What if we use it on the portal?
I don't think it'll bond to the portal.
So far, it had to be a solid surface.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm going to go and stand in the position that Raywin would have stood
Okay.
and raise the staff. Raise the cane.
It-
Did anything happen?
Oddly enough, standing in the middle of the room, raising the cane straight up, you do see
Skyward.
skyward sword. You do see a little bit of movement as the heads of the mages, instead of being down staring straight at the carpet, do kind of rise up and stare at the staff.
At the staff itself.
Yeah. Glazed over look in their eyes. Half their cowls down, one guy pulled back.
The depiction in the stained glass window, is there any kind of light coming out of the staff or going through the staff?
It's depicted that way, yes. There's beams of light coming out of the diamond.
Do we have a light source that we can use here?
You have torches.
Somebody want to?
Ever burning torches behind the stained glass.
Yep, and you have ever burning torches. I think you picked up earlier.
Yeah, we have a couple. I think.
That's not as fun.
We should shine some light through the staff and see what happens.
That Jackson's willing to help with.
Okay.
I'll walk over and
Oh, other
wait
question.
for one of those torches.
Does he have the amulet on?
Who?
Jackson?
No, Raywin.
No.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so and that's not needed for this.
All right, Jackson's gonna put some light to your staff. I mean, as best he can, backlight the diamond kind of thing. Doesn't do anything. Maybe it's just a depiction in the stained glass window artist representation.
Is there anything up there that they'd be looking at?
No, they're looking at your staff, looking at the diamond.
And what's on the outer walls, left and right?
Pretty much stonework, lack of a better term.
Nothing special. Nothing eye drawing or anything.
Correct.
Is there anything laying about the room? Is it just these 6 and then the raised area where the portal is and the
Pretty much, yeah. There's a couple
Glass
empty
behind.
jars and set up near the pipes where they come out of the wall.
but just that stuff. Nothing.
Yeah. Right. No.
Who's for going through the portal?
Whoa!
Oop,
Oh,
we lost somebody.
somebody.
Who did we lose? We lost May.
Huh. See if it kicks back in. Give it a second.
Back?
I can do this too. Where's my ranger? I had the word ranger on here. There it is. Oh, coming back. Okay.
He's back.
All right. There she be. All
Hello.
right. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Who's for going through the portal?
Tessa will raise her hand. You should go to the far realm. Confront Raywin on his own turf.
May's in.
Are we sure that that's where this portal is going?
We don't know.
Gans will say, destroy it. Kill the mages now. Destroy the portal. Deal with the outcome.
Yeah,
What if
how
this-
do you know this is the one you want to destroy, Gans?
Yeah, Gans, what if this is the portal to the portal?
He points to the stained glass window. He says, that damn well looks like it. He says, here's the
You see it?
mages.
Do you
These
see
are
a mountaintop underneath us?
these look like the mages from the house. Although I'm not sure, of course. We could test it. If
This
someone wants to go
quest that you're-
through.
First off, this quest that you're on, Gans, where did you hear about it?
This was everywhere. We were in the city of Asura when a group of gnomes had approached the city. They had riled up the major guilds, the Legion, all the adventurers guilds, about this found dungeon below the manor. It had just been uncovered. First crack for any adventuring team to go in. You must had to have been of high-ranking status and must have had to belong. We all did. there were so many guilds, so many different groups, so many parties that all attended at once. We all arrived at the manor. That's the massive camp you may have seen on the entrance. That was down below. We set up camp. Everybody took a different path below. Got as far as we could. You know what happened to me? I was encased in the crystal from that creature. And we know the outcome, that my party tried to save me, but died trying. So we came down here with the intention of, just like you, just exploring what was found, just exploring what had been uncovered, until we learned of what had gone on down here. That Raywind himself had been down here dealing with creatures from the far realm, creatures of great intelligence and maliciousness, him seeking power, him trying to open this portal. And if he did, and I think he did, then he got something from the other side and brought it back. Clearly the far realm has leaked through and tainted our realm. I don't know if it'll spread beyond the mansion or if it's just sat there for 20 years, but I came down here with the intention of our party to destroy him and close that portal. Close it forever. Have no more taint of the far realm or the creatures from it able to come through. That was my own mission.
Was Raywin known to you and alive at the time when everyone set out on the original adventure?
No, he was even before me. He was a lord when the lands were normal, when the lands were inhabitable, before the demons surged forward, before the dragons disappeared. He was a noble of great estate and owned this land out where you cannot go now truly without being attacked, unless you're quiet or safe or self-guarded.
Was there anything given to you upon the start of the quest that explained what the portal that you were looking for was?
As I said, no.
Not necessarily where it is.
When they uncovered this, it was just a dungeon, just uncovered. They said, we found something. And everyone came out. Everyone came to find what it was. We thought we'd find riches, noblemen's riches below the manor. That's all we sought. But as we learned more, and we learned what he was up to and what he had uncovered, we found out the truth. That he sought the power of the far realm, that he had been twisted by it, and that he may have opened a portal to it. Even journeying with you, we found more notes and proof that he did attain this portal, that he did open this. And me and my party decided that we were going to close it. We were going to end this portal one way or the other, whether that meant going through and confronting him, as you say, or my intention was to destroy it and honorably die, if so the outcome. If I could retreat, I would, but it doesn't look like there's anywhere to retreat to currently.
Okay, so you've come to the conclusion that you have to destroy the portal.
It's just my thought.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, if we destroy this portal, what stops him from opening another?
True. If he is alive and well on the other side of that portal, he may be able to open another one through.
Oh.
However, looking at this room here, you have mages here, great elven mages. We know that elves were the ones who were trying to open a portal far around before. If these ones succeeded, and it is in their control, not his, so we don't know, we could end this now.
But also, we do know from speaking to several spirits along our way that some part of Raywin still exists, and we need to confront him. I think they actually said to kill him to free their spirits.
Ah.
Clairvale spoke to the warrior,
Mm-hmm.
and we all heard what the handmaiden said.
I think he owns lots of souls. Especially those slain by the Lich.
If we close the portal, if this is the portal, we close it. We damn all those souls.
I think Ragnar's fallen asleep over there.
It is true. There's a lot to consider.
And Tessa, you want to go through it in service to your patron.
She says, I want to go through it. I want to help you. I want to help you seek Raywind. I do not seek to close the portal to the far realm.
Insight. 24.
Oh!
Ooh.
Come on,
How
come on!
full of bullshit is she?
Yeah, she
The
full of
mine
shit.
is blasted.
She clearly wants to go there, but you don't know why.
Well, no, she clearly said that she was doing that because she wants to help us. And that is total bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Don't think she wants to help us. I'm actually going to send that message to each of my party members using my cantrip message,
Okay.
so only they can hear. She's totally full of shit. She's not trying to help us at all.
Jackson's gonna respond with probably the smartest thing he's thought since getting to this dungeon. Her name is Asset backwards. I don't trust her to begin with.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
As long as she's not Lana. That's an old joke. That's Jackson's joke. All right. Clairvel sends out a message to the party. And Jackson responds.
So, okay, so I send back to Clairvel in his message. We can respond, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So should we cut ties with her here and leave her here and go through the portal, or take her with us?
She does hold the soul of Ragnar, by the way.
Which is what I was pointing. She holds Ragnar's soul, so we cut ties. I'm pretty sure she cuts his tie.
Here's a question about that, about your little cantrip that you used there. When you sent that out to Ragnar, did Tessa hear everything you said?
No one can hear. Only the person I target with the spell can hear.
Okay, but she can't hear what Ragnar's.
No,
that connection's
the
not
person
there.
gets to respond, and only I can hear the response.
I'm just thinking because of the soul being tied.
Correct.
No. Okay. Good to know. So then we should all go through the portal.
Probably.
Really don't like this portal idea.
You still have the cube. You still have the automaton.
We have another automaton. Well, we have another automaton.
Smaller one.
It's smaller?
Mm-hmm.
How much smaller?
Where the other one was like a large, almost 7 foot tall automaton, like big machine. This one's like almost like 5 foot. Very, very basic. Doesn't look like a fighting type thing.
Darn.
It's just,
strong?
it's all right. It delivers the stuff, the juice to the guys.
Could you swap that one for the other one so we get our 7 foot fella back?
I could try.
Well, I don't think she's going to be able to maintain like the connection if we send it through the portal. If we send it through the portal, it's just going to break, is my guess.
No, I was going to get our 7 footer back so he can come with us.
I think he
Yeah,
just
he
wanted
went-
to swap the physical automatons.
Yeah, he already went through one portal with us.
Ooh, Ragnar.
Some Ragnar camera action going on there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just turned off.
He got blue screened, which is okay.
Well,
It's still there.
Yeah, leave
Keep
the
it there.
blue screen up and we can throw your dwarf back up, I guess.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
dwarf. I got the dwarf.
We're not going much longer.
Nope.
I have a new picture of Jackson now, by the way.
Oh, sick.
Says the one in the dark.
The man in the dark
shadows.
room.
Man in the shadows.
Man in the shadows. All right, so you're thinking about the automaton. What do you want to do? Give me an idea.
We can try.
All right. Do you wish to switch out the automatons?
If we
Yeah.
agree that we don't think that this 5 footer would be a better fit for us and is strong enough to help us
Right.
in some way,
Yeah.
You can switch them out. Ultimately, she'll disconnect, reconnect. She can get it to hold up the door. It'll hold up the door. She'll switch back to her regular one. No issue.
and
Go
then we
back
can
to being
take
carried like a princess.
Back
we
to
can take we can take Hodor back with us. 'Cause he is holding the door.
hold door.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
we should give him a name.
That'd be for you to give, because
Huh.
we just make a meme out of him.
Bold of you to assume that's not what I would do.
Well,
I'm
it's
playing
your
a fish man named Jackson Pollock.
memes are everywhere. All right, so has the deed been done?
Yeah, you're all good to go. You guys are standing in
so-
the room. You got the automaton. You can do whatever you wish to do. You're just having a conversation at this point. You got a way back to the cube if you need the cube.
Currently, until we go through the portal. Who's for joining me going through the portal to scout? Obviously, we're not going to come back.
Tessa?
Jackson will go with.
Okay, so four of us want to go.
Gan
At the
says no.
moment.
I would go.
Ragnar will
So-
go.
So 5 of us want to go.
5 go, 2 don't.
Jackson's more concerned about making sure that Raywind can't open another one if we're going to destroy this one.
3 don't, because we also have Hash or whatever his name is with us. Who's
Habe.
been really quiet. Habe. It's been really quiet.
He's just kind of hanging out.
I say we go through the portal. See what's on the other side. Could be a one-way trip. So should we tell them to wait 5 minutes and come join us?
And what's the point of scouting ahead? If you die or not, we'll still come through. Unless you
I'm
come
gonna
running
say-
back
No, if they're
out.
not back in 5 minutes, I'll just assume they're dead. Find another way out of here.
Gans just destroys the portal and leaves.
Starts killing elven mages.
Haha! Alright, what's the plan?
We're at an
Jackson
impasse.
is willing to go and scout through the portal. But
I will
first, he's
also
going
go.
to cast Prestidigitation
Hmm.
to create a small trinket. He's going to create a little hourglass to count a minute.
Okay.
And he's going to say, if we're not back within this minute, flip it over. If we're not back within that one, come through. 'Cause we're probably dead.
Okay.
If you're dead, do I want to go through?
We have 2 minutes.
Alright, Jackson puts down the hourglass.
I'm going with Jackson. Coming, Ragnar?
I'm coming.
How was the
Anybody up?
plan?
How's that a plan? Because it's the only door that's open to us at the moment.
So
Plan
the
is
if
basically
you guys
go
die-
in and come back.
If you guys die, we gotta go in there and die as well.
You don't
No,
have to. That's not.
Back. We'll find another way out of here.
That, here's a question: can your little message cantrip? Could that? How far can that go?
That's
Is
not
it
going
just-
through
Is
plane.
it just local? Okay. Do we have anything that we can communicate through the planes?
No.
You could throw a message in a bottle through the portal.
Well, I'm assuming that you're assuming that there's a. We've been through many portals in this place that didn't have doors
Right.
back.
Jeff's going to posit that you're right. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We can send you messages, but you can't necessarily send us anything back.
So that still doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I assume they got the message. We're leaving.
Unless there is another portal, in which case you can tell us.
Yeah. Well, there's no other doors in this room, right?
There's no other doors in this room except the one south, but when May says, unless there's another portal, there
Oh,
is.
no, on the other side. In this room?
In the cube.
Right, but that has a giant galactic beast in it.
It does.
And maybe a bunch of its family.
We don't know. But you asked a question, and I gave you the answer.
It sounds like the DM, the dungeon master, is pushing us towards the cube.
No, you stay away from that cube. But I'm just saying, if you had a question, you said, is there another portal? Yes, there is.
There is another portal.
Yes, there is.
And we
No,
propped the door
why
open so
not?
we could get back.
Yeah.
Alright, so different idea. We do want to scout. We don't know if there's a way back.
We
Correct.
don't know if we're going into hellfire and obliterated death. I'm assuming that if there's mages holding the door open, that there's something important on the other side. Because nothing's come through yet. So it's got to be
That's,
a gateway to somewhere.
Well, why don't
You
we just
are
all go
the
together?
most eager to do this.
Am I?
Jackson's saying that to Tessa.
Oh. Oh, yes. What's our
Tess-
survival chances, Tessa?
You're going to ask her her survival chances?
Of going through the portal.
Never tell me
Never
the
tell
odds.
me the odds.
Going through this sort of portal. Is it
Nerds.
a gateway?
She says, you'll be fine.
Insight 19.
Ah. Yeah. It's not that overly she is lying or knows the difference here or there, but she's definitely
No,
just telling you
she's
what you want to
making
hear.
a direct statement. Does she believe that direct statement to be true?
No.
No,
She-
she's full of
she's-
shit.
But
I'm not
she's the
even-
one that wants to
I'm
go
not
through
even
the portal.
messaging anymore. This is out loud to the party. Okay, she is full of shit.
She goes, no,
Says that you
it's perfectly
Tessa.
fine.
are full of shit.
I can go first if you wish.
No. No.
Is that a good idea?
That is,
You know
that is
what?
a horrible idea.
I've been the Ragnar the science guy. Why don't I just go in? I tested that stuff, gaseous state stuff. Throw me in there.
You know what? I'll go in, but give me that celestial axe.
Jackson will hand that over, and he's also going to take the sword back out of Ragnar's bag if Ragnar's going in as well.
Oh, I'll just
Okay.
drop my bag.
That works?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
taking the cursed sword?
Yeah, Jackson's putting that back on his belt for now.
Your little friend? Okay, while I'm gone, make sure he doesn't pull that sword out.
I'll just throw him into the portal.
It will solve the problem one way or another.
Ragnar, are you coming too?
I'll come to.
Okay, I'm gonna hold the axe
Mm-hmm.
and the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Enter the portal.
All right. You walk through the red shimmering portal and you disappear from sight. Ragnar, you going through?
I'm going through.
Ragnar lets go of the giant heavy backpack with the window and all the loot.
Through the window.
Thumps onto the ground. He Leroy Jenkins runs up and jumps through the portal.
Make sure somebody brings that window. We need that.
And they
Most important piece of
disappear
treasure.
from view. So, all right. What do we want to do now? Do we?
At this point, Jackson is squatted at the hourglass that he already created
Okay.
and watching it tick by.
All right. What are you going to tick up to? A minute?
Yep.
All right. I need Ragnar and Kylok. Roll a Constitution save, both of you.
Uh-oh.
13.
Not a wisdom save.
I got a 13.
Okay. Just waiting for Ragnar.
How do I do that again?
D20.
Yeah.
And then add your constitution
That's the
bonus.
one that you have +7 on.
Oh, so I can just click that, right?
Yep.
So then it's 26.
26. Nice. All right. Kylok, you are on the other side. And you step through the portal and onto a black, jagged rock surrounded by a flowing crimson liquid. The air feels heavy and hard to breathe. It feels like breathing bubbles as the air slides down your throat. Behind you, the rock goes upward at a steep incline, revealing a multicolored sky with large objects floating in it. As you look at it and take it in and are mesmerized by it, you don't notice the passage of time. Ragnar, however, does. Pulls himself out of it, grabs you, and goes back through the portal before the minute is up.
Portal's still there. Okay.
Portal's right behind you.
Okay.
What
Make-
happened, guys? You're back.
Are we back?
You're back.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
back.
Less than a
wrong?
minute.
Did you see-
Did
Did you
rather
see
go
that,
with,
Ragnar?
I did. I'd rather sniff some more of that gas than.
Yeah, the air was very thick. But there was
Like-
well, you heard what he said, so.
Why did you come back so like?
Yeah, Ragnar, why did you pull us back?
You saw what was back. What was there?
Well, you
Is
tell
it
me
safe?
what you saw there, because
You knew the plan was only a minute. You
Yeah.
seemed mesmerized and locked into it of what was going on, trying to take it all in. You were almost hypnotized by it.
almost, okay.
Ragnar took it in too, but realized, hey, we got to be back in a minute.
He's not so weak-willed as some.
So what's your verdict? Is it safe?
It's thick like bubbles, breathing bubbles.
There was an incline going up, which
Yeah, there
you-
was
you
someplace
didn't
to
go
go.
up. You were kind of down in a little depression in the rock, kind of looking around, but there was something up and over the ledge. You just didn't have time.
Now, nothing attacked us right away.
Nothing
so
attacked
it's not
you.
like what I'm assuming if we go through the cube, we might be attacked right away.
Correct.
I wasn't damaged by my experience at all.
You felt your mind wander. You felt locked in, very overwhelmed at what you were taking in, and you were just seeing a tiny little area that was in low ground. If you crested that hill, you would have thought you could have saw more of the vista before you. But even what you did see was overwhelming to you. Your mind can't even comprehend it. You're trying to explain it, and you can't.
Okay.
Your mind didn't accept it. It was beyond what you
It's
could
beyond
explain.
belief. It's beyond belief.
Yeah.
Not of this realm.
Not of this realm.
Maybe not of any realm.
Well, obviously of some realm.
Maybe. I don't know.
We know there is a way back then.
There was a way
There is
back.
a way back,
The
obviously.
portal was there. The portal was being held open. You could come
Yeah,
back.
they're fine.
So we go forward or we go back? We know
And
there's
Gans
creatures-
will ask you, say, what was it? Was it the far realm?
Far realm we went through before. Are there more than one far realm? Is there more than one far realm?
Well, there's only one far realm. There could be multiple entrances to it, of course, but this is would be the only known portal.
Because the temple we went through that we found May in was in the far realm, wasn't it?
No,
No?
that was in a different plane,
Okay.
a pocket plane.
So how do we confirm or deny?
Unfortunately, Tessa, you're
Okay,
gonna
so
be able to tell if this is the far realm or not, right?
Yeah, so both
I'll
Ragnar
tell
and
you.
I explained to her what we saw.
Can you stop talking like that?
That's how she talks.
Until she talks. She's a witch, man.
She goes, it sounds like the far realm, yes.
Man, if we had a Paladin with us, he would have run her through right away.
Paladin.
No, he said it correctly.
He did.
However you say it.
Paladin.
I know what you
Paladin.
do.
Paladin.
You guys are talking about. Do you mean a paladin?
Not
This
Paladine.
is my drink.
Not the great dragon Paladine.
She says, sounds like the far realm. If your mind couldn't comprehend it, most likely was.
So
Careful,
name your
she
poison
say.
there, Player Val. You want to go through a cube, or you want to go through and possibly get eaten by a worm, or go through into the craziness that is the far realm?
Oh, yeah. Tessa will go, be careful of the madness.
Door 3.
Door 3. Hey, man, make your
I don't know,
own
you gotta-
door. It's D&D. You can do anything you
You got a
want.
pickaxe, so we can start chipping away at these walls.
I mean, the outcome, still.
I'm also falling asleep and it is 12 now.
It is 12. We could pause here if you want.
Let's call it there.
All right, good. We're at a decision-making step, and we can think for the week.
What will they choose?
We got to
Where
get
will they
Ragnar
go?
to get his level 4 ability or feat. And me and you have to work on the overlay,
Overlay, yes.
overtime. But
Which makes
thank
me
you guys
forgetful.
for coming out and playing, man. I love that you guys play. It's so much fun. I'm glad everybody came back. Ragnar, very, very happy to see you. Thank you.
It's awesome to have everybody this week. That's
Yeah. Sorry I was late, but we will do better next week. That's always the plan. Thank you to anybody come by and watch. We play every Sunday. We're supposed to play from 9 to 12. It did not happen, but hey, we got 2 hours
Soft
out of it,
9.
man. We got
It's
2 hours,
soft
20
9
minutes.
To a
Yeah.
hard 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Ah,
let's see. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do?
raid us
We're
out.
gonna go-
Anybody taking off,
we
feel
got,
free. Thank you, good night. We were going to do a raid.
We could raid passive perception. We could buy May. We could raid a different Dungeons and Dragons. Who you want to do? You tell me what you
Give us a rando dungeons.
Rando Dungeons. Who we got on here? Let's see. Somebody that's got a few people, but not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Suggest one of my friends is also streaming
Oh,
right now.
let's get
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah, go
Nintendo's
do
friend.
that. Yeah, let's do that.
Who do we got?
That
What's their
is,
name?
I will send you the username.
Oh, okay. All right. Send me the name, please.
All right, I
hanging out for the raid?
also gotta go fall asleep here.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Ragnar, we'll try to maybe a night when you're on. We'll help you do the upgrade. to
Oh,
your
they're
guy.
playing Raft.
Oh, they're playing Raft? Oh, let's go raid Raft. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to say movie out, and I'll mute everybody. Well, actually, I'm not going to mute you guys. Just we'll give it a gentleman's hush. All right, movie.
Everybody.
See you, boys.
I'm waving, but I'm in the darkness.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost.